Hi guys, Virginia here and I'm back with another 12 by 12 process video for you today, and this one's for the Kitaholic Kits using the July kits. Now this one is jam-packed full of Coco Vanilla Studios Boys Rule collection, and I'm absolutely determined to make a girl's layout with this kit, but thought I would first dive in and create an actual boy layout. There's tons of boy stuff in here. It's a great collection, some really great stuff, and if I'm absolutely honest with you, this is my first boy layout I have ever created. I've created one with my husband and Eddie, but that was still quite girly. But this is full on boy, and I actually really love how it turned out. I completely threw all my inhibitions out the window and just went for it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. So, should I tell you about the photo? The photo is of my husband. There's two there. I only ended up using one, but the photo is of my husband and Shay Fu. Now, any New Zealanders listening will probably know who Shay Fu is. Maybe a lot of overseas people may not. He is the main lead singer in the band Supergroove. Now, if you haven't heard of Supergroove, go and look them up. They are awesome. These are the guys that we listened to when we were growing up. My sister, Hamish, and myself all listened to Supergroove when we were growing up, and it was just, yeah. There was a winery tour in New Zealand. They're a New Zealand band, by the way. And yeah, so I said to my sister, Supergroove are playing, and she was all for it. So yeah, we went to see them one night, and we got to snap photos with them after the show. So that was really cool. Bit of something to document. Now I haven't documented this. This was from quite a while. I think Eddie may have been 1 or 2 at this stage. Yeah, so this is the photo I've chosen. So I'm using one of the exclusive cut files this month, and it's Boys Rule. Goes great with the kit. And all I've done is just use the 12 by 12 papers that I got in the kit and backed the cut file with it. Just a different pen and paper behind each letter, trying to pull in all of the colours of the kit. And yeah, I've put a bit of adhesive foam behind the title just to prop it up, and I'm just going to trim out my photo and get to decorating the page. So we also got some lovely lime green tissue paper in the kit, so I'm going to back my photo with that to bring in a bit more of that lime green that's in the letter O. And then I do something crazy very soon on my background. I told you I threw all my inhibitions out the window. Okay, so a couple of layers of that lovely green foam. It's not foam, it's tissue paper. And I wanted to darken it up and give it a bit of a frame. So I'm going to use this lovely, it's like a dark blackish kind of wood grain paper. It's really beautiful. So that's going to be my kind of final layer behind my photo. So I decided to tuck my photo there, just kind of nestle it on top of the L and the E, just tuck it in place. And I'm trying to get into some paints at the moment because I decided the background was just too white. So here we go. I didn't get the mixed media kit this month. She was sold out completely. So what I'm going to do is dive into my stash, and I'm using some Vicky Bouton acrylic paints. Now in this kit came a darker pink, a light pink, this teal aqua kind of colour, and then a lime green. And I didn't particularly buy the pack for the lime green, but it worked out perfectly that it goes great with this kit, so I'm going to use it on that. So I'm just gessoing my background. It's just American Craft white cardstock, just smearing gesso over the entire thing, and then I'm going to go with this lovely tealy colour and then that lime green. Just put a few smears of it on the page, and then I'm going to get a spatula and just smear it on any which way direction, doesn't matter, just blending it on, being rough. I'm not going to work it too much because I don't want those colours to blend. I want them to hold their own, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do with the paint. Oh, I do add a bit of water to this and do some splatters, so I'm just adding a bit of water, the leftover lime green, and splatter it over the page. So I do end up focusing the lime green over top of that teal. Is it teal or aqua? Must be aqua. I don't know. I'm bad with colour names. And then I do the same with that, whatever colour it is, and splatter that over the lime green just so that it stands out a bit. Now be mindful when you're doing this, because I got splatters of acrylic paint absolutely everywhere. All over my desk and on my photos. Here I am cleaning up. I could have even got on my ATG that was all the way over there. It went absolutely everywhere. So I'm just trying to clean it all up now. I should have cut this out, sorry. And then I decided I would wipe that, but that didn't work. Yeah, on my tripod. I made a real mess. Okay, so I'm back now, and I've got some Liquitex black acrylic ink, and I'm going to splatter that from quite high, and just be really messy. I want to bring in some of those darker colours that are in the kit. So I do some big drops. It's got a dropper in the little container, and then I take my paintbrush and just do some finer splatters around the page. I'm going to go over it with my heat gun, not all the way, because if you focus the heat too much on the Liquitex ink and the acrylic paint, it will bubble. So I kind of half dried it to where it was enough for me to kind of be touch dry. And then I'm just putting this cut file and my photo back in place, making sure I like it. And I'm going to glue it all down. Now this cut file is going to straighten out that page. It did warp a tiny bit. I think regardless of what you put on the page, even if you gesso, there's still going to be some slight warping. So when you're doing a mixed media background, a cut file can come in handy to help straighten out your page. So I'm just pressing down, make sure it's going to glue down nicely. And then I'm going to cut a bit of adhesive foam, pop behind my photo just to support it in that bottom section there. And then I'll glue my photo down as well. So just pop that back in place. And then I do toddle off for a while. I think I actually put my kit box on top of it and just left it for a couple of hours. And now I'm back with a cup of coffee. It's afternoon tea time. So I'm going to finish off this layout. Rightio, so I'm going through the die cut pack, the Cocoa Vanilla Studios one, and just pulling out bits that I like the idea of. Just like really boy bits. Well, they're all really boy bits, but just ones that would go quite well with the layout and the story I'm trying to tell. So I've got a frame here that I like the idea of using. I thought about tucking it behind, but then no, I tucked it over top. Just lay it there. I placed that Mr. Fantastic banner down below, but it does end up getting taken off the layout because I find a better piece. I pulled out a bunch of arrows and I thought I might put a whole lot of them on, but they don't make it. There you go, that Mr. Fantastic piece has been removed and be replaced with You're the Best. There's a little wood grain piece that had a little, I'm not sure what the picture was of, but I chopped it off just so I could tuck it behind the photo. This year boy one, and that's probably totally something Shei-Fu would say, so that went on the layout. So now I'm going to go through the chipboard pack, which is really cool, by the way. I love that they do chipboard like this in a pack. It beats trying to dig it out of a 12 by 12 sheet. So yes, I'm just rifling through that, pulling out bits and pieces, the little skull and crossbones, because why not? When else am I going to use them? I decided to use up all those little X's. I thought they'd be nice pops of black around the page, help to kind of tone down that lime green background. And now I'm going to go through the clear stickers, and I zero in on the other little crosses that are on there, or plus signs, cross, whatever you want to call them, and so I dot them around the page as well, just to bring them all black. And we'll flip over to the second one. There was another little sticker sheet that I just popped down underneath that E. And some more little plus signs, crosses. So I'll dot all of them around the page. One more up there. And then I go through the little clear sticker words that are down the bottom and just kind of select a few words that will go really well. We've got epic up the top. I'm not sure what the bottom one says. It's got a big thing blocking it at the moment on my screen. And incredible up the top. Another little one. And I put another one at the top there. I'm liking how that's looking, so I'm going to glue everything down. There's no adhesive on the back of this chipboard, which is absolutely fine by me, because it's got mixed media on the background, so I'd have to glue it anyway. But it makes for using the die cuts and kind of getting them in place and deciding where you're going to put them a lot easier, because you don't have to worry about the adhesive sticking to anything. You can just kind of move them around freely, which is really cool. So there we go, skip 2, it's all glued down. And I remember there was flare in the kit as well, so I'm trying to find a home. I want to use that wood grain one because I have one wood grain die cut, but it doesn't end up making it, and I replace it with that boys rule one, which goes down there, and that kind of re-emphasises, is that a word? Probably not. Reinforces the large title on the page. I'm just going to quickly write my journaling, and then after that my layout's done. So I hope you enjoyed the process, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.